Hey guys, welcome back. Monday Morning Briefing, episode number 110. It is Friday, February the 16th. We've been a little away from YouTube for the last week or so. We've been really busy here around the shop just trying to get ready. As you guys know, we're going to the Southwest Leatherworkers Trade Show in Prescott, Arizona, which begins next week. So the dates here, we've got, some of y'all may have gotten their catalog in the mail if you've attended one of their shows in the past, or I would assume if you subscribe to the Leather Crafters and Saddlers Journal, you might have gotten this in the mail as well. But it's February the 23rd through the 25th, so that'll be next Friday. It'll begin, and it'll go through Sunday. We're leaving this weekend, and we will be there teaching classes starting Tuesday morning. And the workshops go from Tuesday to Thursday, and I think they have a few workshops, as we talked about, going through the weekend. But ours will end. We'll be done with workshops by Thursday because we'll have our booth there at the show. So if you're going to the Leatherworkers Trade Show in Prescott, Arizona, be sure to come by our booth. We'd love to meet you, see some of your stuff. If you've got a piece with you that you've made, we'd love to see it, and mainly just get to meet you. We haven't been to this show yet. This will be our first year going out to Prescott, Arizona, or Prescott. We're going to learn when we get there exactly the proper way to say it. I've heard it both ways. But anyway, we're going to have a good time out there. We're really excited about it. I'm excited about the classes. There's a ton of workshops at this show. Lots of opportunity there. There's still a bunch of workshops that have availability or openings in there. So if you kind of a last minute deal, decided, okay, we're going to make it out there. If you can, go a day or so early and get signed up for a workshop. Our workshops are full, and a bunch of them are already booked up full, but there is a bunch that still have some openings. So you might get on, you can go to Leather Crafters and Saddlers Journal website and just go to events, and then you can click on their the Leatherworkers, the Southwest Leatherworkers Trade Show. That'll be the one in Prescott, Arizona. You can go there, look at the workshops, see what's available. It's a great opportunity, man. There's a ton of great instructors there. A lot of those guys go to Prescott, Sheridan, and Waco, and some of them even go out to the show in the Netherlands, which is the European Leather Show. And maybe one of these days we'll make it over to that show. That looks like a lot of fun. A really, really pretty venue and stuff from what I've seen online. But yeah, that's what we've been doing. Like we talked about in the last Monday briefing, just kind of running crazy around here. We also had to do some stuff at the house, get a lot of things situated there because we are going to be gone. With us, we could leave, Monday and drive all the way through and be there by Tuesday morning. But for us traveling, we like to break it up, and so that's adding 4 days of just travel, 2 days out, 2 days back. So that's a little extended period of time for us to be away from the house, and with cattle in the barn on feed and dogs and all kinds of stuff going on, chickens and everything. We've got a lot to be sure that they're squared away before we leave the house. So it's always kind of an event for us to get ready to go to an event. But anyway, we're good. We've got everything done. Now we're here on Friday. We're going to get the trailer loaded up. We've gotten the trailer, so we're getting ready to get all the product loaded up. We did put something on the website just to let people know that when they come to the website, if they're not familiar with, maybe they don't follow us on YouTube here or don't hear about this show that we're going to be out for, we want everybody to know that we will be out of the shop. And since it's just Claudia and I, we don't have employees in the shop. We don't have anybody here to ship out orders while we're gone. So with that being said, I just want to be sure that anybody that lands on the website and is purchasing something, that they understand that will not ship out until we return from Prescott, which will be on the 27th. So we'll be back that Tuesday sometime. We'll get back in the shop Wednesday, put the shop back together, and then we will hustle to get any orders that did come in while we were gone. You're more than welcome to purchase. I will be pulling some stuff down off the website, so if you go to the website and you notice that maybe some of the pages aren't there or some of the products aren't there that were there before, we're going to take those down, because the main reason I did that when we went to Sheridan and I did it when we went to Waco. Main reason I do that is because I don't have double inventory. We're a small business, guys, and so it's hard to have enough inventory here to fill orders as well as at the show. So what I do is we just unfortunately take it off the website, and that way we're not double selling our product. As far as all the printed pattern packs, you guys seem to be fine with the you know, if they run into back order or something, you just want to be sure you got a copy coming. And our printing company is really efficient on keeping us filled up. So those we will not take down. You can order those. If we do sell out at Prescott or whatever, we will put an order in while we're out there. I can just shoot an email to her and she will start printing more. So we'll try to keep a gauge on that, and hopefully we'll have more when we get back if we do run out of some stuff. We've got pretty good inventory on material packs and things like that. So if you're coming to the show, we'll have our rifle slings. We'll have some guitar straps. I wasn't able to cut quite as many because the gun slings and the belt material packs sell better than the guitar straps. So that's how we kind of gauge how much stuff we cut. And so I'm cutting as many belt material packs as I can. I've cut a lot of rifle slings, whether it's the thumb hole or the shaped. So we'll have a lot of those. And then, of course, all of our knife sheaths and all those other items that we have, some of the newer items as well. We've also got 2 new items that we will be debuting at Prescott. So if you're coming there, you will have first access to these pattern packs. We've got 2 of them. We talked about them on the last Monday briefing, and I said the video was going to come out for the sale catalog cover. Claudia and I kind of made a decision in the shop, since we were so close to Prescott, and I didn't want there to be any kind of conflict with a brand new video and brand new pattern pack as well as they usually sell, and people, you know, kind of start grabbing them up. I didn't want people waiting 2 and 3 weeks to get them, because we got our first run of the pattern pack for this sale catalog cover in with this adjustable spine or binding. We did get our first shipment of those in, but I have held those back, and that video and those patterns will post on the website when we return. Main reason we did that is because she was already fulfilling another big order for us at the print shop to make sure we had plenty of all of our patterns, and there wasn't going to be enough time if that first run sold out when this video dropped to get more for Prescott. So what we did, we went ahead and decided just to hold on to them, and we will have those available in our booth at the show. And then when we get back, the video's done. We will post the video when we return, and actually another video right behind that, probably that next week, for a set of saddlebags. So if you've been following us on Instagram, you've seen us kind of putting out some pictures of a project that we've been building. And so that's what they're going to be. They're going to be a set of saddlebags. We've got that pattern pack as well that will be at Prescott. So if you're coming there, you will have access to those 2 patterns. If you're not coming there, don't worry about it. We will post those when we return, but you might want to sign up for the Leathercrafts newsletter, because we will open up pre-sale for those on that. So if you like doing the pre-sales and going ahead and reserving your copy, then we will do that today. I'll send out a newsletter and we'll put that out there so that you guys can go ahead and purchase that pattern and get your copy reserved. And how many ever we sell, we'll be sure that our gal at the print shop gets those going while we're gone, and that when we get back, we can send them out. But yeah, two really good videos. The saddlebag video, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you and kind of let you know, since we're not going to release it just yet. But that video, we're doing that video using only the tools that we did in the Essential Tool Beginner Kit thing video that we just did here recently. So I built the entire saddlebags. We hand stitched them. We only used the tools that was in that video. Even for our bag slots for the buckles and things, I show how to do with number 4 drive punching 2 holes and cutting in between there. I thought that was a really good project to use that kit, since we went over those tools as far as what's essential for somebody starting out and things. I wanted to put all those tools to use to show people that you can build a kind of a step-up project. These bags aren't extremely difficult to build, but they are kind of a step-up project, and they do have a lot of hand sewing involved in those. And so I wanted to do that with just those tools. And so we're not sewing them on our Cobra Class 4. We're not doing any skiving on the Bell Skiver. We're not using any fancy equipment to do these. We hand cut them. They're all made with just those tools that were in that video. And so I thought that was going to be pretty neat. And so if you're interested in getting into leathercraft, you've watched that video, you're maybe trying to gather up some of those tools, this will be a good video to kind of show you how to use those. So we're excited about that one. But like I said, those 2 will post whenever we get back. On the 27th, sometime that week, probably by Friday, we should post the sale catalog cover video and pattern pack. That'll be on the website. And then maybe some other leathers and things for material packs. We're going to do a little bit of leather shopping while we're out there. try to pick up some good deals on some really cool leathers and things. And we're going to get some new dies made when we get back for some of our other projects as well. So be on the lookout for that. Other than that, if you're taking our workshop, we are excited. If you're going to be in one of our workshops out there in Arizona, we're really excited about that. We're getting all of our handouts copied and make sure we have plenty of copies of our handouts. And it ought to be a lot of fun. Things to remember if you're taking our workshop, be sure you bring your tooling stone. A lot of people will come there and and I did it one year in Sheridan. I actually forgot a stone to tool on. I don't know how I forgot that, but with everything else going on and trying to load up, it didn't surprise me. But luckily, I was able to find one I could borrow for the class. But be sure you've got you a little piece of granite or something that you can tool on and lug that with you. If you're flying, I don't know how that goes. So just kind of check that out. Most of you guys that go to these workshops pretty often, you have a little kit that you take with you. But be sure to bring the tools that you need to do the tooling patterns, whatever tools that you have. It's a great opportunity to kind of fill some holes in your tool roll while you're there at the show. Barry King will be there. There'll be a ton of tool makers there and things like that. So if you're in the workshop, we'll talk about tools and you'll be able to kind of see what tools you might need to go ahead and grab while you're there. We also did an updated tool roll video here recently. That's a good one to kind of skim through this weekend and kind of get an idea of what tools you might be on the lookout for and start you a list. It's real easy when you get into that trade show and you're walking around and you're visiting with everybody and you're seeing all the different things that are available. With all these vendors, it's real easy to forget the few things that you really needed to get while you're there because you get distracted on the newest thing, the new shiny thing or whatever. So I always try to make a list. I've got a list started for things that I need to remember to look for while we're out there, just because it's easier for me to grab it there than to order it, and it's not something I need today. So we're going to go ahead and go off that list and be sure that we grab up those things while we're out there. But the workshops will be good. They'll be fun. It's going to be a good time. We're going to do, like I said, we're teaching the two sessions of the beginner's floral, and so those are both half days, and then we'll teach 2 full days of the same class of depth and realism, which we will be working on a little bit more complex tooling pattern and getting that depth and that lift out of those flowers and things like that, and working on any other pain points that somebody might have in their floral tooling. My intermediate to advanced classes are usually that way as we kind of develop our teaching workshop style and things. I really just try to feed off of where they're at in their tooling. And so if you have a particular spot where you're struggling, we try to kind of work with you one-on-one on that point and try to get through that little hump and then the rest of it. Because some people are really great on beveling, really great on lifting and decorative cuts, but maybe their background is kind of weak and they want to improve on that, then we'll work on that. So that's a lot of fun. As far as classes here, we're working to schedule the first class in March. The only conflict I have in March is we do have the Austin Stock Show. And so my daughter will be showing a steer and a heifer there. And so that's actually 2 different weekends that we have to be there, and they're kind of split up. So I'm hoping I can land right in the middle and we can have some type of workshop here in Moulton there. Be sure to be on the newsletter for that, and we will send that out. I'll probably be trying to schedule that with Claudia while we're on our trip. And we'll get a date set and what project we're going to do. It might just be a tooling class just to get some folks in here and try that out. And so that ought to be pretty good. We've had quite a few visitors come by the shop the last couple of weeks, and it's great because it's letting me know that people are out and about and that the year's getting started, so to speak. We had a little bad weather in January. Seems like we're pretty good right now, but down here we can have some pretty bad weather come March still. But in general, we've had quite a few visitors I had a guy from Nebraska in here this week. It was great to meet him. He's down here working, and he travels a lot and was this close, kind of near the area, so he decided to stop in and see the shop, and so that's always cool. And had a fella from Houston and had some folks from out of state. I don't remember exactly what state they were, maybe Alabama or something that were in here. But yeah, we've had quite a few that have stopped in, so that's always really cool whenever folks come in. I always tell them excuse the mess because right now we're packing and trying to sort out, and of course we're going to strip the front of the shop and pack all this stuff, get it loaded. So I told a friend of mine here in town, that's the sergeant of the police department here, I let him know that I'm going to be gone and all that kind of stuff. He's a good friend. He's in the shop quite a bit. I said, but if for some reason the alarm goes off and somebody comes by to check and see, I said, if it doesn't look like there's any forced entry, it's still going to look like we got robbed, because we're going to take everything with us. So if they look through the windows up here, they're going to think I just got robbed over here, but that was me robbing it, because we're taking it with us. So so it's usually a mess whenever we're getting ready to go to a show. Once we get back from this, we'll be here until May. We're going to be going to Sheridan, Wyoming in May. I think those workshops are about to post, if they haven't posted already. So if you go to the Leather Crafters and Saddlers Journal's website and click on events, you can click on the Rocky Mountain Leather Trade Show. That's what they call the one in Sheridan. And you can click on workshops and see if they're posting those just yet. We have finalized the classes that we're going to do. I believe I'm going to do the same ones that I'm doing this next week. I'm going to do those in Sheridan. So if you aren't going to Prescott, but you are going to Sheridan, there's some opportunities there to get into one of our workshops there, and a ton of other craftsmen. Like I said, there's always a lot of workshops at these things. As far as our saddle for Sheridan, we haven't made it very far. Last couple weeks, we haven't had really time at all to work on that. I've been working on a couple of my custom saddles that have come in for little touch-ups and repairs. Been working on some of those, and again, just cutting up a ton of stuff here in the workshop. The new tables are working good. Some of y'all may have seen on the Instagram, but man, that's a really nice, clean cutting surface on that table. That's because we got our two new workbenches in. They're 4x4, 4 foot by 4 foot tables, and they've got a drawer on each one of them. And they're on casters, so we're able to move those around, and so they're working out really well. I think what we're going to do is move our other big, we've got another 4x8 in here. I think I'm going to move that to the back cut room. That way I have two tables back there, one to sort and one to actually cut on. And then once we do that, I think I'm gonna get one more. I was gonna do two, but it's pretty tight with two 4x8 tables basically. I think what I'm gonna end up doing is doing one more for now, see how 3 works in here. Because if we have a workshop in here and we're building, say, a bag, or we're building a book cover, or a binder, or a photo album, whatever it might be, you can get 2 people, possibly 3 people on each one of those tables. And it's I think it's gonna be a lot easier if there's like 1, 2, 3 kind of in a triangular form. I think that'll work out a lot better than having 4, because when you have 4, with this space, you basically, the only position they can sit in is in 4x8. So you might as well just built them 4x8 and made it easier. So I think 3 is going to be a little bit easier to kind of spread those out and get a little more walkway room where we can get to machines and get around, and people aren't elbow to elbow at a bench, you know, with knives and working and that kind of deal. So we're still working it out. I will give a shout out to Aaron Heiser at Maker's Leather Supply. If you are following him on Facebook, he posted some pictures of their classroom that they just finished. We will be up there teaching a class. I'm sure Aaron will hem me up out there in Prescott, and we will set a date. I'm positive about that. He is ready to go. I think he already had a class there maybe, or maybe he's having one this week. I'm not sure. But that classroom is really nice. If you haven't seen it, go on his Facebook page and check it out. He did a really good job of designing that classroom. I haven't been in it yet, but the way it looks, he's got the benches kind of in a U shape, so everybody can be all along the outside of that on a work surface, and the instructor, whoever's helping in the class, can go up in the middle and help either side and help people across the bench, which makes it a lot easier than reaching over and trying to help somebody hold something or show them something. I actually had my table set up in Sheridan for one of my classes that way, and it made it really nice because I could walk around on the inside and see what everybody was doing, and that made it really helpful. But we're really excited for Aaron to have that. I know he's been wanting that. He's done workshops and classes at his facility there in Waco for years now, but now he has like this set space for that. Machines are in there, tools are in there, projects that he's built are in there as examples, and so whatever he does, it's got good lighting it sees. So whatever classes he does, if you have a chance to go to one of those, I think it's going to be really beneficial. It's going to be really neat and a nice, comfortable workspace where you don't have all the distractions. And it's from what I don't know exactly where it is. If y'all have been to his Maker's Leather Supply, to his shop, I'm not exactly sure where it is within the shop, but I'm sure you can go out one door, maybe in another, and you're on his retail floor. If you need, if you're there and you want to buy some supplies or leather or whatever, everything's right there. So it makes it a really neat opportunity. take a weekend, go to a class, learn some stuff, get some supplies, and you're not having to, order stuff and wait for it to get to you. But yeah, lots of teaching. 2024 is rolling really, really fast. February's almost gone. Like I said, it's blazing a trail, and we're already here to Prescott. I felt like I had plenty of time. I was trying to build a dog pen at the house for our pups so that they had a nice area to stay, and we've got some people that feed for us and take care of the place while we're gone. Last year at Wichita Falls and at Sheridan, we took Huey with us. We didn't take him to Waco, but we did take him to Wichita Falls and to Sheridan, and he loves to travel. He travels great, but now we've got Wilbur the Wonder Dog, which we got from Aaron Heiser, and Wilbur's great, but he hasn't traveled quite as much, and he's big. He's getting bigger than I thought he was going to get. I really thought Shar-Peis were, because he's half Shar-Pei, half Aussie. I've seen him in one of the Monday videos, and maybe on some of our Instagram stuff, but I figured he was going to stay smaller. He's way bigger than Huey already, not weight-wise, but height-wise, and so it's just too much to travel with two dogs, so we're not going to fool with that. So we built a real nice dog condo at the house for them, and they had to sleep out there last night for the first time, and they were kind of shocked because both of them, Huey's never slept outside at night by himself. He's always been in the house, but we want them to get used to it because they're going to be in there. And like I said, our friend's going to let them out during the day and come by and let them run around and do their thing. But at least they'll be home. They're where they know and all that. And I'm sure they'll miss us and have some anxiety, but they'll be fine when we get back. But anyway, we got that done. I thought I had plenty of time. I meant to build that in January, but the weather wasn't working with me, and so we weren't able to do it. Next thing I knew, it was February. So we ended up getting that knocked out this weekend, and we're good to go there. Just a lot of stuff. Anytime you travel, and you guys know this, anytime you leave the shop, there's so much to think about as far as, your tools that you're taking with you, your things you're doing, supplies that you might need, clothes you got to pack, everything you got to do, and then taking care of the house before you leave to make sure everything's good. I'm just, for instance, 2 years ago, I guess, we had the Snowmageddon down here, so I've been worried that while I'm gone, we're going to have some kind of Arctic blast again or something. And so I kind of had it in my mind, I was just going to cut all the water off before I left. But I've been watching the weather, and it looks like it's going to be in the 70s down here the whole time we're gone, and even past that. So I think I might trust it. I've got friends that can run over there and turn stuff off and take care of things, so not too worried about it. But I worry about too much of those kind of things whenever we're traveling, and I should really focus more on, the goals of the show. But it's like we've got a lot of stuff to take care of between the shop. Shop's easy. I just cut the water off and it's good. So I lock it down, turn the water off. Nobody will be in here, and there's no need for anything. Turn the AC up, and everything's good to go. So if you're going to Prescott, we're excited. We're getting excited to meet you. Please come by the booth if you're there, and we'd love to shake your hand and meet you. We'll all be there. Claudia and I will, and the kids, and we'll be running around checking it out. It's going to be a fun time, and we're excited to see our friends from all the vendor friends that we've made going to all these shows and stuff. It's just a big family between the customers and vendors. Everybody, it's a lot of fun. And I've heard this venue is really, really pretty. Like I said, I've been to Arizona, but I have not been to Prescott, and so I'm excited to see. They said it's kind of up on a hill and it's at a resort. I've never stayed at a resort, so I don't know what that means. I'm assuming it's like a convention center. I don't know. It's called a resort, so that's how country I am, I guess, and never done that. So we'll see what that's like. But they said the whole venue is there at that resort, where you stay, the food, bars, I guess, and everything, and the venue, everything's kind of right there. So I've had more than 3 or 4 tell me that's one of their favorite venues as far as the show goes. It's just really nice and comfortable and that kind of deal. So we're excited to get out there and see it. Be sure to go to dgsaddlery.com, sign up for the Leathercraft newsletter. We will be sending one out today. And then, like I said, we'll kind of do some stuff there when we get back. We will post the sale catalog video when we get back, as well as a saddlebag video. Those patterns will be coming. I'm sorry for the delay, but just the way everything lined up, it's better this way. Like I said, I don't want anybody mad that it's been 2.5 weeks before you get your pattern, or something like that. So we want things to ship out quickly. Again, remember, if you're not going out there, whatever, if you purchase anything on the website this weekend or next week, It will not ship till we get back the following Wednesday. We'll be in the shop Wednesday. We'll try to start orders Wednesday. They'll probably go out Thursday by the time we unload and do all that. But you're more than welcome to do that, but just know that they will not ship till we get back. But we will do our best to hustle and get those out to you as quickly as possible. And again, if there's things missing on the website when you go there, don't trip out. It just means we took them down because we don't want to double sell while we're out there in Prescott. Oh, and we also Claudia's got a bunch of new items as far as merchandise that will be debuting or launching at the show. So again, if you're at Prescott, you'll see some new products as far as hoodies and t-shirts, caps. You'll see some new stuff there at the show. We've got a big shipment of merchandise being shipped out that way for that. And then when we get back, we will take pictures of all that, put it on the website, and you guys will have access to that as well. And we're pretty excited about it. We've got a new graphic that's going to be on some hoodies and t-shirts and things, and some new styles of t-shirts. But the merchandise and stuff like that, that's all Claudia's deal. She's having a lot of fun with it. And so we're excited to see what we've got when we get out there. I haven't even seen any of it. I don't really know what all she ordered color-wise and stuff like that. So we will see when we get out there. But I appreciate you guys watching. Be sure to go to dgsaddlery.com and sign up for the Leathercraft newsletter. And we'll see y'all next week. Nope, we won't see y'all next week because we'll be in Prescott. But we will see y'all when we get back. We will do a Monday briefing, and we'll give y'all a little bit of update on the Prescott show and what all went on down there and all that stuff. I will try to catch some footage if I can while I'm there that we can use in the Monday briefing, kind of show y'all a little bit of what's going on out there and kind of what the show's all about for those of y'all that couldn't go. As well as we'll be updating on Instagram and things. But I appreciate you guys watching this video, and we'll see y'all in the next one.